Hello guys, welcome to Daddy Share Space and welcome to my channel. So today I'm coming to you with a unboxing of the DJI RS3 Mini, which I have right here. We're gonna go ahead and unbox it. It weighs 795 grams. I bought this to go with my A6700, A6600 cameras. I wanted to try to do a little bit more handheld video if possible. And a lot of times when I'm trying to record handheld, I got a lot of wobble and shake in the video. It's better when I use my GoPro. It has a lot better stabilization on the GoPro. However, I want to keep the same level of quality when I do my recording as I do on all my Sony cameras, but also the time frame. When I'm recording on my Sony cameras, I can go up to like an hour and a half or maybe a little bit more when I am doing my recordings. And so with the help of this gimbal, I'm hoping to add more functionality and stabilization to my overall recording. So I did purchase the Sony Remote Commander. This is the actual controller, but I'm using the tripod commander right there with my A6700. I'm going to try to determine on if I'm going to keep this tripod, the Sony grip tripod, or if I'm going to just go ahead and roll with this DJI RS3 Mini, which is going to give me a little bit more versatility. So without further ado, let me go ahead and just do the unboxing, and then we got to charge this thing. Apparently it needs to charge for 2.5 hours. All right, so go ahead and open this up here. And that's what we've got for our orientation. We've got a manual here, and then we have another box, and we'll open that up. Yep, something fell out. All right, looks like a little plate for camera attachment. We've got a USB-A to USB-C charging cable right here. We've got a USB-C to USB-C cable. We've got mounting screw hardware here for the plate. I assume that's to fasten to the actual camera itself. Okay, this is the tripod base. You got quarter attachment, and just kind of fits down like that. So this means that I'm going to be able to attach this gimbal to my tripod by just connecting it to the base, whereas I can't do that with this particular Sony device that I'm using now as a little tripod. All right, let's pull out the main device here. All right, that's what it looks like. Let's move the box out of the way. So it's not large. My hand basically barely fits in the grip here. It's got a joystick toggle back here on the back. Looks like a record button, M button. I'm not sure what that's for. You've got some kind of mounting attachment point here, and looks like the charging port is here. It's a quarter thread here. You've got a USB-C charge port down here as well. I'm gonna have to look into the directions on this just to kind of figure out what exactly this all entails as far as setup. But it feels like a fairly decent piece of equipment. It doesn't feel cheap. I see that there's a locking pin right here. Right now it's in the lock position. These gray metal bars appear to all be in a locking position. This one seems to be a bit up. I guess that is locked where it is. And this one here was a bit loose right there. But this is for the plate for the camera. I believe on this particular device, the camera can go in a portrait or landscape configuration, which is going to be nice. So if I decided I wanted to go get on TikTok or something like that, or Instagram, this will actually help out with that. So I'm going to get this all charged up, and once we get it charged up, we'll figure out how to put the camera on it, and then we'll go from there. So right now we're trying out the Sony grip with the remote commander, and we're trying out the DJI Ronin 3 Mini. I have the A6600, which has less stabilization on the Ronin, and I have the A6700 on the Sony grip. Both of them have the kit lens installed. I'll put the actual numbers of the kit lens on the video description. And we're just doing a walk to see how stable each one is in regards to using a gimbal versus using just this kind of like a selfie stick type of thing. So right now I'm using this Sony Remote Commander in tripod mode. Getting that set up here. And then right next to it I have the other camera, and I'm just going to do a pan of the area. You can even see me in the camera. I like this feature on this gimbal. I can pan up, I can pan down, left, right. I can look at this camera here and the setup so you can see how I'm using it right now. Over there you see we've got a skate kind of park like thing, so the skaters are doing their skate thing. I have to admit, I like the simplicity of this particular device over the gimbal. However, I am really liking the functionality of the gimbal. I think it's something that I would have to grow into as far as being able to realize the full benefit and or potential. Oh, let's take a look at the skaters. It makes me want to pull out my rollerblades actually. Anyway, so now you get a side-by-side comparison. Let's see if I can get this back level. And then you can check the stability, and we'll have to look in the footage to see if the gimbal is providing any benefit over the Sony Commander. Because obviously, as I said, the gimbal came up with tax to like $300. The Sony Remote Commander was $150. So with tax, so you're talking about double the price for the gimbal. However, the gimbal, does offer some increased functionality. So I guess we'll try a little pan. That panning feature is nice. I like that. And go down, up. And you can even zoom with the toggle here. I can zoom out or zoom in. I like the fact that this has a quarter turn on the bottom, so I can screw it onto a tripod if I so chose to. It is something that I do have to get used to, the weight, but I like the functionality of the smooth pan. This will go good like if I do a tool unboxing. I can get some nice little steady pans, a lot better than what I was getting before, because it's a nice controlled movement there. I like that. The zoom in function though, as I use it on here, you see it's kind of very abrupt. It's not smooth. Maybe there's a way in the controls that I can make it a little bit smoother than it is, but as it is, it's a bit jolting or kind of jarring, if you will. But it could be user error. Oh, let's see if I can get the app to work. Oh, there it is. It's working. That is so cool. So right now I'm controlling the camera with my smartphone here. Let's see if I can tilt it down. There you go. Up, down.